So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you should be using the FOMO the correct way on how to actually look for these insider traders, insider wallets, if you want to say, how to actually use this platform and take full advantage of what it is and what it's actually becoming. So FOMO is more of a social platform. That is the key metric on how they make themselves different from all the other websites and tools you can use. I've used all of them. I've used GMGN, Bullex, Trojan, all the bots. There's plenty of them out there, but none of them have the social aspect that FOMO does. With FOMO, these traders are more willing to give up their undoxed wallets because they want to show that they're good traders. So it's just a social thing. So you're able to see these same traders. They want to build rapport on one profile. So they're going to keep on trading on that same wallet. Is this 100% with all of them? No, of course not. There's always going to be guys that switch out wallets and so forth, but everybody on FOMO is on here for a reason. Pretty much they want to prove that they're an actual good trader, so we can take advantage of that. If you actually go on the website of FOMO, not the app downloaded, because that's a very more simple way to actually use the platform. This platform on the actual website, it's a lot more advanced. You can see here on the left we have tokens, the alerts from people you're following, the leaderboards, so you can see who made the most money in the past 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days, all time. So in the past 24 hours, this guy right here has made over $376,000. So once you're on his profile, you can pretty much just see his stats, his trades, his open positions, closed positions, top trades, recent trades. So his top trade is Punch. He made $22,000. And these are his recent trades here. These are all of his swaps. So you can see what he's doing here. Don't be fooled on thinking that every single trader on this top list are traders that get in at good positions, are great traders. A lot of these guys are farmers, so you need to be careful. You need to use a little bit of common sense here. Outside the box, click on a specific guy and see the swaps, how fast he's buying, how fast he's selling. If he's obviously buying and selling within a few seconds consistently every single day, he's probably farming. You probably shouldn't follow him. You're probably going to lose money. But if you go into somebody's profile and they have less trades, maybe one trade a day, two trades a day, like this guy only has a couple trades every single day, he's probably a good trader. You can see on this thing, this guy, Porgo, right now, he's blowing up everywhere because he's been making some insane trades. You can see his closed top trades here, some recent trades here. You just take a look at those trades, see when they're actually buying, when they're actually selling. Let's go into my alerts. This person that I follow put in $300 at this coin at 13K market cap. So you can open this up, see the stats about the coin. You can go into the person's profile. We already went over that, but you can go to the coin. You can see the details about the chart. If you go on thesis, you're going to see everybody with a public profile buying and what they're actually saying about the token. Just see every single one's thesis on the actual token, what they're saying. You can see the traders, the positions and everything here. You can see the swaps, all of the thesis about these tokens. So that's a really cool feature. I like to only turn on my friends because I feel like this is just too much when it's everybody's. There's constantly something going. It's hard for me to actually look at the chart itself. To start off your journey, you can go to the trending tab. A chart like this one going quite well above 20 million. Let's say you just go into the holders, but make sure you don't just have friends only, and you just look at the holders and look at the percentages on when these specific people came. So look, this guy got a 29,000%, meaning he bought in super low. If you go take this guy, for example, you can see how early they were. They're up thousands of percentages. For example, want to go into the profile and see what type of trades they're making. It's worth looking into at the very least. Like I said, once I'm in there, I like to look at their recent trades to see what they're doing. This guy hasn't traded all that much, but you can see his swaps right here. And then if you want to follow them and get notified, you absolutely can. And I kind of just like to continuously doing that in tokens. If we go into this token, for example, and just look at people that were up thousands of percents or hundreds of percent, because they might have some information, they might be an actual insider trader. So this guy, you can see he bought way down here. We go into his profile. He has 2 followers. Hasn't really traded much. I think this is like a fresh account, but yeah, this guy probably knew something here. Got in here and he's still holding right here. So you can follow them if you think he's an insider. insider. That's an example of somebody. That's kind of what you want to do. A lot of these traders also size in with huge amounts of money and will exit with 50-60%, and that's fine and dandy. If you have a huge bankroll, that is a good legitimate strategy. But if you're just starting out, maybe a few $100s, maybe even less, this is probably your best route to go. You're going to want to actually find these insiders by just going through tokens, looking at guys that have the biggest wins, going into their profiles and just connecting the dots, going in there and see what other trades they're trading. This guy doesn't have any trades right here, so we just go to another trending token like here, base cat, and then you just go down here, look at guys with hundreds of percentages or thousands. Levi's, he's a well-known KOL. He probably gets a lot of information that you won't usually get, so this guy's probably a good guy, a good trader to follow, so I'm gonna go ahead and follow him. That's kind of what you want to do. Fomo is definitely changing the game because all these traders wants to be recognized for their P&Ls, so we can definitely take advantage of that and track them. It's completely free to use. I recommend using my affiliate code. You'll save 10% on your trading fees. I'll have it down below so you can check it out for yourself. And yeah, that's pretty much for this video. Let me know what other videos you guys would like me to cover.